topic right now, and if I can find information on it in Google, I can have you an article in 15 minutes on it. It's just go out there, type it in, read something about it, okay? Here's what I learned, and you write a book report on what you just learned. They're just like little mini book reports. It's not that hard. If you can read and write, you can write an article. Another thing that you guys have been told wrong about article marketing. You can't submit one article to an article directory and the floodgates of traffic open up. It's not the way it works. Guess what? You can't submit 200 of them and hope and let the floodgates come open. When you get to about 500 articles, that's when you'll see traffic. Article marketing is not something you do here and there. It's something you do every single day. If you're not doing it every single day, it's not going to work for you. It's what I do, especially in my other niches. Internet marketing, I don't know, I'm very protective of any content that has my name on it that's internet marketing related. And I guess because I am actually the expert. You guys, like we talked earlier, you guys look at me and want the real, true information from me. So I have a real hard time with outsourcing my internet marketing stuff. That's why I'm telling you guys, go into these niches. They're much easier. I'm not just telling you that because I'm afraid you're going to be my competition. You guys know how competitive I am. Bring it on. But I would much rather see you doing a lot less work, making a lot more money. But I don't outsource a lot of my internet marketing stuff. And my other niches, I outsource the crap out of that. I don't write anything. Not blog posts, not articles, nothing. I use a site called needanarticle.com. It's like $10 a month to be a member, and they write articles. I think it's like $5.72. I don't know where the 72 cents comes from, but it's $5.72 for a 500-word article. Very nicely written. They have this huge team of writers there. You go in there and you go, okay, I want an article on it, and I want to optimize for it keyword. And you put it on there. A few days later, you come back, and there's your article. I order several hundred articles from the site a month, and I've never had trouble. If you are ordering your articles, if you're outsourcing your article creation, there's a program called Dupe, D-U-P-E, freepro.com. It's what I use to run all of my articles through to make sure that these people writing articles don't try and give me PLR stuff, okay? Like I said, I don't use PLR just because I don't want, as far as in my article marketing, because I don't want someone else to have the same content as me. That's my strategy. I want unique content that makes me the expert. So make sure that you're doing that. I had a guy that I found through Guru.com. The only bad experience I've had on Guru.com. And he was from somewhere in Indonesia. He was Buddhist, very into the whole karma thing. Was always about, he's got to be a good person, or the karma gods would get him. This guy worked for me for a long time, and I'd check his articles sporadically through Dupe Free Pro. Then I started looking, and I was like, wow, these are all PLR articles. He had sent me 6 straight batches of PLR articles. About $500 worth of articles. And so I thought, you know what? I'm going to get this guy back. Here comes the competitiveness again. I sent him an email. I cannot believe that you would do something like that to someone when that person has been so good to you. That's all I said. He sends me a message back. I will refund your money immediately. I was just in a hurry. I'm so sorry. And I said, no, your money's dirty. And he had just gotten back from this big Buddhist camp thing, and he was like, no, you've got to take the money back. I said, no, I don't want that money. It's dirty. It's dirty money. I can't take that. A couple weeks later, I get a receipt in the mail. He had donated the money to charity. The only time I've ever remained calm when somebody's really ticked me off and I got him good. Usually I don't remain calm.
Along those lines, it's not just them using duplicate content. They could be going in and scraping a site of like a USA Today or Wall Street Journal and using that content, and you're going to get sued. So we have caught our writers doing that before. And sometimes what happens is we'll hire a group or we'll hire a person, but that person's actually representing a group. So within that group, you might get some great articles, and they're all unique, and we run ours through Copyscape. And we have then, out of nowhere, all of a sudden found that duplicate. Yeah, because they use within their group, they started using a different article writer. So that is something that you do need to check, not only because of PLR articles, because you're kind of getting screwed, but just because you could get sued if they're scraping from like major real sites that have lawyers.
I'd never had anybody do that.
You said Copyscape, you said Dupe.
They essentially do the same things. Copyscape is a little bit more advanced. Dupe Free Pro is free. That's the only reason why I use it. I've never used Copyscape, so I can't say if it's better, but I know that it has a couple more features.
Yeah, I think Copyscape's a nickel for every article you run through there.
That's my voice.
What do you do for resource boxes? What we do, because when you mentioned ezine articles is the king, or I consider it the king of all article directories. Those articles have to be unique no matter what. They pay attention to duplicate content. They get a lot of traffic. They give you some great stats. How many people read your articles? How many people click the links? All that kind of stuff. Any article directory, the rules are they'll allow other people to go in there and grab the article and put it up on their sites. So once you put your article in those directories, it can go all over. In our resource boxes, what we do is we have one, and each article is for one keyword you're trying to find. What we do is when we do keyword searches, we don't do, like if I'm doing one on list building, we're not going to write articles for, well, we actually do on list building, but some of the big ones that are getting 500,000 searches, even 100,000 searches, a lot of times we start at the bottom, the ones that are only getting 200 searches a month, 300, 400, 500, because those are the ones with also less competition. So we write it, put it in there. That then, in the resource box, the anchor text is going to be pointed at, that's the clickable link that your article is about. But I don't know if you understand that, but HTML anchor text, so if it says list building, then the search engines know that it says list building, then it goes to my list building site. Well, that must be about list building because the text said that. So you want those anchor text links all over the place. We don't really have time too much for an SEO talk, but
I'm going into SEO.
We also put the full link in the resource box. So if I'm sending people to Send Button Profits, I might hyperlink list building, but I'm also going to put the full www.sendbuttonprofits.com link in there, because sometimes when people grab the article and put it on their site, the anchor text is no longer clickable on their site. So at least you'll have the full URL in your resource box.
Yeah, this is what Jeff is saying. You've got your headline, the body, and then your resource box. And so you have blah, 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 keyword. And this is going to be hyperlinked, meaning that it's clickable. But you also want to include the HTTP, and you want to make sure that you put that in there, not just www.mydomainname.com. The reason why you want to put the HTTP in there is because most blogs, and a lot of people scrape the article sites and get these articles onto their blogs, and most blogs will pick that up and automatically hyperlink that. But if you don't have the HTTP : / they won't pick it up. So that's why that's so key. There's different phases of article marketing. There's different strategies. I use it for a bajillion things. I use it, the reason why you want your keyword here hyperlinked is because in Google, let's say our keyword here is red. I don't suggest you go after a keyword like that. You want great big red crown box, those type of keywords. But let's say our keyword is red, and we're trying to get links back to our domain name here, www.whatever.com. The more hyperlinks, the more clickable links you have all over the internet, the higher you will rank in the search engines. Usually. There's a lot of things that go with that. There's things that Google has trademarked and copyrighted that they won't even let us know that's part of their ranking system. It's called their algorithm. And it's a patent, trademark, very private thing that they don't tell anybody. And so I use articles This would be considered a search engine optimization technique, using articles in this manner. I would also, the reason why you want this here is like if I was writing articles and driving them to an opt-in page. Because what do we never, ever, ever do? Exactly, I've got them trained. So I'm going to send these guys to an opt-in page. I want them in the resource box to see the domain name too, because usually it's going to be something cool, like bizmodelguru.com. Everybody's like, what the heck is a bizmodel guru? I am. And so they're going to go, oh, well, let's go check this out. Well, at the same time, so that's direct traffic, okay? They're clicking on the link and coming to you. But the indirect traffic is the search engine optimization you're doing. So if I'm trying to focus this site for the keyword red, by hyperlinking this in here, it's driving it up further in the search engines. So let's say the #1 ranked site for the keyword term red has 100 backlinks to it. Those are called backlinks. If I get 105, theoretically, I'm going to be ranked higher than them. Is that making sense to everybody? Search engine optimization is like the geekiest thing I could possibly talk to you guys about. It's pretty geeky stuff.
One thing Liz mentioned that she didn't want to put her name on the articles in internet marketing. You can do pen names. Within Easy Articles, you can have multiple pen names. We've got a bunch of fake names, and we have fake pictures connected with those Easy Article authors. We just go and buy an iStock. We buy a really cute girl, get a picture of her, and put that in as the Easy author.
Yeah, you guys go to ashleybarnesonline.com. She is hot. Ashley Barnes? You don't know Ashley? Ashley, these guys know. They know all about Ashley. Ashley is a pen name I used to teach with, so they don't know my other niches. All right, so that's basically all I've got on article marketing. Squidoo lenses. I use Squidoo lenses for SEO purposes, search engine optimization purposes. They are they're what I call article marketing 2.0. Instead of just submitting my articles to the directories, I also put my articles on places that Google loves. Squidoo, Hub Pages, Ning.com, LinkedIn. I have a whole list of these, and we'll talk more about them here. But creating a Squidoo lens is a place, especially for you guys who don't believe me about the whole duplicate content thing, because there are people that, will argue with me till they're blue in the face about the whole duplicate content thing. But if you're worried about duplicate content and you don't want to use PLR articles as they are, Squidoo is a great place to get away with it if you believe in the whole duplicate content thing. Because you can put so many other content things on that page that duplicate content is no longer an issue. Duplicate content is about cookie cutter sites, like the plugin Profits. Who's Stone Evans? Stone Evans, is that his name? Yeah. That does the plugin Profits. Cookie cutter sites. Those, not that it's a bad product. I don't know. I've never bought anything from Stone, but the cookie cutter sites, you can't search engine optimize. You got to pay for advertising for those, or have affiliates drive traffic to a cookie cutter site, and that'd be really hard to do if you don't own the product. But with Squidoo lenses, there's all these little modules that you can put in there. So you could have videos and then an article, and then some Amazon.com links, and then a guest book where people can come in and put stuff. You can have your favorite radio stations playing in it now. There's like a bajillion different modules you can add to your Squidoo lenses. They're a great place to use PLR articles. I use Squidoo lenses. When I sign up for a Squidoo lens, it's always focused on a keyword. Let's use the keyword red again. If I was trying to rank for the keyword red, I would sign up for a lens with Squidoo as the keyword red. All the content on that page would be related to the keyword red. Does that all make sense? Okay. Anything else on Squidoo lenses?
No, we do very little with Squidoo or Hub. Now, is Hub requiring unique content now on new lenses or new pages? For some reason, I was thinking one of them went unique.